So I'm here with author Reba White-Williams, and she's the author of Restrike. So what made you want to write this book? I know that you have a background working in the art world.
Well, I've always loved reading mysteries, and I've always thought that someday maybe I would write mysteries, and finally the day came. And I decided to do a series. This is the first of a series of books with the same characters. And the setting is New York, and it's New York art world, but it's not going to drown you in art. It's not going to try to teach you everything in the world about the art world. It's just that's some of the things that are happening and going around. One of the girls actually runs a little shop that sells some art, and the other one writes for a magazine that's about art. But mostly it's about the adventures that they have and the trouble that they get in and out of. One of them is very adventurous, and when a friend of hers is killed, she leaps in. She's not a detective at all, to try to find out what happened, and it puts herself in pretty grave danger. In the book, these are the characters. That's Coleman, that's Dinah, and this is Coleman's dog, and the dog's called Dolly.
Okay.
And that dog has an important role in all the books, and so she goes everywhere with Coleman.
So does this book have some insight into the art world? I know you said it didn't go.
Yes. People who have read it have said that they have learned a lot about the particular part of the art world that this deals with, which is prints, fine prints. You'll see here on the front that this is a print, and it talks about buying them at auction. It talks about why people buy them versus paintings and so forth. But I do try not to drown people in facts. I want people to love the characters, and I want people, the plots are supposed to be just like this, so fast and clicking, and I want to surprise people constantly. And if I decided to try to teach everybody a whole great big thing on art, I wouldn't be able to do the other two
You might
things.
lose some people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
So does it talk about forged art a lot in the book as well?
It talks about the title. I should talk about the title. Restrike is a form of forged art.
Oh, all right.
In terms like this, supposing I make a print, I make it from a plate, like from a stone or something like that, and I make 5 of them. And they have my signature on them, and everybody says, oh, yes, that's a print by Reba White-Williams. Well, somebody comes along and finds a stone, and they take that stone and they make another print, or maybe they make 10. Those are not worth anything.
Right, because they're not by you.
They're not by me, and basically they're stolen, and they're fake. So.
Oh, wow.
But in addition to that title, I'm trying to make my titles have some sense of what happens, and Restrike, of course, is strike. And strike, and strike again.
So, I guess it's very local to here in Chelsea, right? A lot of
one of the locations, the location of Dinah's print shop, she starts in the village, and she realizes after she's there that she can't be there, but she has to be in other places where there are other galleries and so forth. She is an ongoing, she's newly married, ongoing argument with her husband about that, because he's very content with where they are. And so that's one of the struggles in the early part of this book. When writers create characters, they have to be careful not to make them too old. Like, for example, Miss Marple, when she was created by her wonderful creator, she was already an old lady. And I didn't want to do that. So these girls they're 30-ish, so there's enough time so that they could be in New York being successful and so forth. But they aren't so old you're worried about them not going on for the next story. I'm Reba White-Williams, and I'm showing you here my book. It's called Restrike. It's a mystery set in the art world of New York, and I hope you'll go right out to almost any store and buy it and read it and love it and pass it on and write a review. Thank you.